What if I told you that after 65, who you spend time with matters more than what you eat, how you exercise, or even your daily routine? Because at this stage of life, your time is limited, your energy is precious, and the wrong people can quietly drain both, without you even realizing it. Today we're talking about 20 types of people you may want to limit or avoid after 65, not out of judgment, but out of self-respect. Let's be clear, this isn't about cutting people off harshly or labeling others as bad. This is about protecting your emotional well-being, mental clarity, and peace of mind in one of the most important chapters of your life. After 65, your focus shifts. It's less about chasing and more about choosing wisely. So let's dive into 14 types of people who might quietly disrupt that peace. Point 1. The constant complainer. These are people who always see the negative, no matter what. Over time, constant exposure to negativity can affect your mood, your outlook, and even your stress levels. At this stage, you deserve conversations that uplift, not drain. Point 2. The energy drainer. You know the feeling. You meet them for an hour, and afterward you feel exhausted. They don't necessarily do anything wrong, but they take more than they give. After 65, energy becomes a valuable resource. Protect it. Point 3. The guilt tripper. These are people who make you feel bad for setting boundaries. They might say things like, "You've changed," or "You don't care anymore." Healthy relationships respect your limits, not punish them. Point 5. The drama creator. Every interaction feels like a crisis. They bring chaos, gossip, or unnecessary conflict into your life. At this point in life, peace is more valuable than being in the loop. Point 6. The one who disrespects your time. They cancel last minute, show up late, or expect you to always accommodate them. After 65, your time is not something to waste. It's something to honor. Point 7. The chronic critic. No matter what you do, it's never enough. They criticize your choices, your lifestyle, even your pace of life. You've earned the right to live life on your terms. Point 8. The one who dismisses your experience. They act like your wisdom doesn't matter. They interrupt, talk over you, or ignore your life experiences. But your perspective is valuable. Don't shrink it for anyone. Point 9. The manipulator. They twist conversations, play the victim, or subtly control situations. This can be emotionally exhausting over time. Healthy relationships are built on honesty, not control. Point 10. The perpetual taker. They always need help, but are rarely there when you need them. Relationships should feel balanced, not one-sided. Giving is beautiful, but it shouldn't be constant depletion. Point 11. The fear spreader. They constantly talk about worst-case scenarios, health fears, financial doom, or negative predictions. While awareness is good, constant fear can limit how you live your life. You deserve hope, not anxiety. Point 12. The one who resists your growth. Even after 65, growth doesn't stop. But some people may resist your new hobbies, interests, or changes. They want you to stay the same because it's comfortable for them, but your life is still evolving. Point 13. The boundary breaker. You've clearly said no, and they ignore it. They push, pressure, or guilt you into changing your decision. Boundaries aren't suggestions. They're essential. Point 14. The one who makes you feel small. This is the most important one. If someone consistently makes you feel less confident, less capable, or less worthy, that's not a healthy environment. At this stage of life, you should feel respected, valued, and at ease. Point 15. The one who lives stuck in the past. Some people only talk about the good old days, and while memories are beautiful, living entirely in the past can hold you back. They may resist anything new, technology, ideas, experiences, and discourage you from trying new things too. But after 65, life is not over. It's simply a different chapter. You still have room to explore, learn, and grow. Surround yourself with people who appreciate your past, but also encourage your present and future. Point 16. The one who minimizes your needs. These are people who brush off your concerns, whether it's your time, your comfort, or your personal priorities. They might say things like, "Oh, it's not a big deal," or "You're overthinking it." But your needs, no matter how small they seem to others, are valid. At this stage in life, comfort, peace, and emotional safety matter more than ever. You deserve to be heard, not dismissed. Point 17. The one who only shows up when it's convenient. This person appears when they need something, but disappears when you need connection, support, or even just a conversation. Over time, this kind of relationship can feel empty and transactional. After 65, relationships should feel meaningful, not conditional. It's not about constant availability, but about genuine presence and mutual care. Choose people who show up not just when it's easy, but when it matters. Point 18. The one who brings unnecessary competition. At this stage of life, you're not here to compete. You're here to live. But some people still compare everything. Who's healthier? Who's more successful? Who has more? Who's doing better? What should feel like a simple conversation turns into quiet competition. After 65, life is not a race. There's no scoreboard, no finish line to beat someone else to. You deserve relationships that feel supportive, not competitive, where you can simply be yourself without comparison. Point 19. The one who disrupts your peaceful routine. By this stage in life, many people have built a rhythm that works for them. Morning habits, quiet time, hobbies, or simple daily routines. But some individuals constantly disrupt that balance. They bring unpredictability, pressure you to change your plans, or make you feel guilty for choosing a calm, steady lifestyle. Here's the truth. Peaceful routines are not boring. They are intentional. They protect your mental clarity, your physical energy, and your overall well-being. Anyone who repeatedly disrupts that without respect may not deserve unlimited access to your time. Point 20. The one who ignores your need for peaceful silence. Not every moment needs to be filled with noise, conversation, or activity. But some people are uncomfortable with silence. They feel the need to constantly talk, fill space, or demand attention, even when you simply want a quiet moment. After 65, silence becomes something different. It's not emptiness. It's restoration. It's where you think clearly, feel deeply, and truly rest. If someone consistently interrupts that peace, or makes you feel guilty for wanting quiet time, they may not understand what you truly need in this stage of life. And that's okay. But it's also okay to create distance, because sometimes the most valuable moments in life are the quiet ones no one else needs to understand. At the end of the day, it's not about avoiding people. It's about choosing peace. After 65, your time, energy, and well-being matter more than ever. Protect them wisely. Surround yourself with those who bring calm, respect, and genuine connection. Because this chapter of life should feel lighter, not heavier. If this spoke to you, leave a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.